Hi everybody, this is Mr. Litka, and we're going to try and help you create a resume using the Naviance program. So the first thing I want to do is direct you to Schoology, because that's where the lesson starts. Under Courses in Schoology, you're going to click the College and Career Development Portfolio. Once you click on that, you're going to see all the different lessons that are required for you to complete within the 4-year period at Lebanon High School. Now, there are a couple different resume lessons. You'll see that there's an academic and employment resume level 1 in 9th grade. There's another one in 10th grade, and yet another one in 11th grade. It's not 3 different lessons. The idea is to create a resume, a base resume, to get it started and to continue to develop it. So it says it's 3 different lessons, but it's really not. It's one lesson. They all have the same content and information. However, you should be starting your resume early, and we'll talk about why. So if we click on this lesson here, it's going to tell us, okay, why am I doing this? I always like to explain to students why it's important that we're doing lesson. It's not to keep you busy. This is to help you develop a great future, to find employment, to get into college, for scholarships. So right here it explains to you why should you care about doing this lesson. The next part is a brief video talking about resumes. Why is it important to have one? Why do you need one? Then you have a couple different videos to watch. Some of them are resume tips, and some of them are top resume mistakes that people often make that could really get that can help you lose an opportunity. And then we have the part where you start to use Naviance. So there's a couple different ways to log on. You can use this hyperlink right here, connection.naviance.com/LebanonSHS. You have to put in the SHS, or you're going to end up at a school in Oregon or Idaho or somewhere like that. So this has screenshots and has directions on how to go through everything. And you can look at that afterwards. However, I'm just going to show you here on the video. So we're going to click on connection.naviance.com, and it's going to lead us right to the website. Okay, so I have Scotty as my sample, and Scotty has his username and his password, and we're going to click login. Okay, so the interface looks a lot different than it did last year. All the information is still here, it just looks a little bit different. You have to find it. We're going to click on About Me, and we're also going to click on My Stuff. And then we're going to go to Resume right here. Now I preloaded some information, but I want to show you how this works. Initially, there's nothing in this screen right here. There's nothing here. So you have to add portions. So you just hit the plus button. So I can add an objective, a summary, work experience, and I can add them in any order that I want. So for example, let's add education because I did not put that in yet. So I'll click on education, and now a box will appear. And they give you little tips, and you can also get more tips, which really helps direct on where you're going. So let's say I'm at Lebanon High School. Lebanon, Pennsylvania. I'm going to say that I'm a senior. I started in August. Present. And now, once all the information is in, all I have to do is hit this add button. Okay, so what I did is I did that with all the other information. So work experience, extracurricular activities, references. You guys are involved in a lot. You're involved in activities, you work, you babysit, you do a lot of different things. Those things count as work experience. Just because you're not getting paid for them doesn't mean they're not valuable experiences. And you want to put those on a resume. So once I've decided that I've added enough information to my resume, as here I have all these different things to add to my resume, I'm going to go print or export resume. Now, right here I have a resume 4. To add a new resume, I'm going to click on plus. So I want you to click on the plus because you won't have this, my saved resumes yet. This was an example I did prior. So we're going to click on plus, and then I'm going to name it something different. So let's call this Resume 10. I can pick different formats. So I click, I put in Resume 10, and I click on Preview, and I could see what my information might look like. And if I like that format, then I choose it. But if not, I have another format I can look at. You have a couple different ones to choose from. So once I choose my format, I'm going to hit Continue. Now it's going to ask me to include the information I want. Some resumes, depending on the different jobs that you're applying for, you may not want to include all the information. You may want to include different references for different opportunities. Right now, I selected all the information that I have. But like I said, different opportunities might require different experience. This allows you to pick and choose the information that you put in so you can really personalize your resume. And now I'm going to save. So I have Resume 10. I might have Resume 4 for if I'm applying for something in sales and marketing. I might have Resume 10 if I'm applying for something in education. It really depends. So now I'm going to download the document. And now I can see what it looks like. And this is all the information that I had put in my resume. Now yours is going to look a lot better than this because the information will be real information. So you may have more than one resume. Plus, you're just building on your resume. And again, this is where you add all the information. So as you go through each year of high school, you may want to add information. So maybe in your 9th grade year, you didn't participate in music programs or in the Artist Guild or other activities like that. But then later on in your career, you did. You can add those activities later on. So this gives you a bank of information that you can add. And again, when you want to add a new resume, you simply hit the print or export, and then hit the plus button here. And now I'm going to make a different resume. I'm going to use a different format. And now I can add, I want to take out the skills and activities because it just doesn't fit for that one. Or I may take out the references and use different references for that. And now I'm going to save the resume. And once again, I can download or print it from a PDF. You have a lot of different opportunities. So in this lesson, you're learning how to create a resume using the Naviance system. The next step has information to help you with a resume. So for example, I'm going to pull this up for you. Getting the right verbiage, the right vocabulary for your resume can be difficult. So the paper I included has resume helpers. So examples of objectives that you can use, and also work-related activities. So this is for someone who's applying for a position in sales. This might be in food service, childcare, house cleaning, so on and so forth. So you have some examples of words that you can use. It's important to use the right words because a resume has to get the information out quickly. It's a handshake with the person, except it's not in person. The resume is your handshake. The resume is the information that you're trying to share with a potential employer. And of course, if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you very much.